Hey guys, it's Ross Cotton on the Spice Couch Show. We're now going to start going through the Star Wars related items that I acquired up in Sunderland, because obviously that's the franchise that I focus on the most, as you all know. First of all, I got this. The unofficial guide to Star Wars memorabilia. And if you look closely at the logo of Star Wars, while it looks like the Star Wars logo, when you look at it closer, it's just a little bit different, because this is an unauthorized guide and you wouldn't be able to use their logo otherwise properly. See, it doesn't even have the full thing of the films particularly, but it does have various images. And there you see on the back, it's in the style of the opening crawl. Star Wars first debuted on movie screens in 1977 and over the past 40 years has grown into a collecting phenomenon. It's generated more merchandise than any other movie series in history, spanning every area of licensed product from inexpensive pocket money toys to big ticket full-size replicas like the Katana, I suppose. With a focus on the early vintage period of the 1970s and 80s, author Paul Berry charts the development of the Star Wars collectible through the prequels of the 1990s and 2000s and into the modern era of films. This book looks at the massive success of the Kenner and later Hasbro action figure range, which has spawned well over 1,000 figures, the wealth of toys and games inspired by the saga, the books and comics that have greatly expanded the Star Wars universe, the records and the videos, the trading cards, and the modern collector's items. Whether you joined the Star Wars saga in 1977, 1999 or 2015, Star Wars is a hobby that continues to attract new generations of collectors and will likely endure for many decades to come. And I've just noticed at the bottom it's Rey and Kylo. Yes. So just some images from this. So let's see. I remember this set. I never had it though. I always wanted this, and until I got that boxed one at the Bromley thing, and I got one of those little Hot Wheels ones as well. That's the only time I've ever had slave one. And there, of course, I do have the modern version of this. I got that from Hypnotronic in Staten Island. Max Rebo's band, various figures up the top there. You see different types. I mean, obviously we're familiar with all of these different styles of packaging because we've unboxed various ones in this style, in this style, in this style, and probably in these ones as well as the modern ones. So yes, this is a great resource. Then some of the extended universe. There's Jenna and Jason Solo, Darth Revan. And we've also unboxed this style. And look, there is Finn and Galen Erso, Luke Skywalker. So the very modern toys right up to The Last Jedi. There might even be stuff from Solo, I'm not sure. This I actually saw in Sunderland you know the old game Battleship, the electronic version. It was a Star Wars version of the electronic version. I posted the pics on my Insta if you want to check that out. So there's that. More figures and vehicles. I don't have a TIE bomber. That and the TIE Defender and the one from Solo, the Brute. I think they're the only ones I don't have because I've got an entire fleet of TIE fighters. More great toys. Han Solo's DL-44. There you see Boba Fett, Yoda, and who's that other one? Of course it's Darth Vader. I just couldn't quite make out the AT-AT and Falcon at the top. Obviously, we'll have a proper look at this in due course. There's some of the maquettes. Actually, that'll be like the Hot Toys type thing. Well, not Hot Toys, Sideshow Collectibles. And there is one of the hilts. This is a great one. His tongue sticking out and everything. And there you see there the original toys. Obviously, the anniversary packaging was exactly the same. But some of the books. Obviously, we know this one. We reviewed that. This one. But I think I've got the entire trilogy. Of course, Heir to the Empire, hugely important book in the history of Star Wars. Timothy Zahn basically relaunching the franchise. And then stuff like this. Oh, one more. Let's see. Various covers. I think it might be the comics. I'm not certain. But yes, great book. Very happy with that. Next, the continuing adventures of the badass Dr. Aphra in the Catastrophe Con. I have not looked at this at all. So what does it say? This time she's she's in jail again. And this time she's part of a penal army based on a planet-sized junk heap. with an implanted explosive that'll blow her to smithereens if she refuses to fight for the Empire. Naturally, Afra has a plan. Just as naturally, it involves lining her own pockets. In the process of escape, the one thing she hasn't counted on, this jail is rumoured to be haunted. Surely even the galaxy's foremost rogue archaeologist can't find a way to make things worse. Oh, I don't know, she'll give it a try. Unfortunately, she can. Afra's current flame, Inspector Tolvan, and her ex, Staros, oh, what a meeting that would be, are due to meet, both sucked along in her catastrophic wake. And that's nothing compared to a certain tall, dark shadow about to fall across her. So we'll just have a few images from this. Again, I haven't seen any of these, so they're meaningless to me. Although, finds herself in that position a lot. So she's being tortured by Imperials. Of course, she's in prison. That's what happens. Looks like Tolvan's turned up. There she is. She's a great character. I actually really like her, even though she's not in it much. I'd like to see more about her. Oh, there's an Abnido. It doesn't look like good things are happening. Plotting an escape, no doubt, because that's what she does. Oh, I wonder who that is. There's a nice one of an Imperial shuttle there. So yes, just a few images from that, because I don't want to spoil it for myself. We will go through that later. And then finally in this section, Scott picked up this for like £1 or something in a charity shop, the volume 1 of the Star Wars comic, Skywalker Strikes. So this is going to be a giveaway at some point, and someone out there can also just enjoy this volume so much, because the artwork in this is just glorious. It starts in the traditional way, with a long time ago in the galaxy far, far away. I know they all do it now in the various Star Wars comics, but this was the first issue. And then Star Wars, like this, so it's just like the film. And then you have the opening crawl. And then it was very much standard, you know, it's pans down from the stars to the ship and the planet. So, and it was full of just wonderful stuff on every page. Fan service to the left and to the right, up and below. It was marvellous because it was done properly. Like this, I think they say it's like the perfect Star Wars comic. This is the perfect Star Wars comic because everything in it is just brilliant. See? Walkers. But yes, I mean, we have actually reviewed this volume in the past, as I recall, when I first got it. But yes, like I said, this is going to be a giveaway in due course once I've finished doing all of my various presentations and unboxings. Well, there you go, guys. Those are the Star Wars related books that I acquired when I was up in Sunderland. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for an upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.